Lee, I mean, the only way we can describe that is a game of two extreme halves. A brilliant start, but in the end we're punished as Melksham score 5.
Yeah, like in the first half we looked as probably at the road as good as we've been this season. 1-0, flattered them. It should have been more. Obviously we've now paid for missed chances. When our tails were up, we should have cashed in, and then obviously they pegged us back with a goal totally against run of play. Obviously a mistake with a lad, but that's not normal for him to make that sort of uncharacteristic mistake, and then it give him that sort of lift just before half time. In the second half, as soon as they went ahead, it seemed like it really hurt us, and then it was searching for a certain amount of confidence, which is like I could put it, we always try and set the team up to play confidently, to play on the front foot, but something's gone against us in terms of like rubbing the green in the second half today, and we've showed no reaction to that.
Absolutely, and I think it was evident this afternoon that there was almost a sense of vulnerability from the players after a disappointing result last week against Willand. It seemed like when we did concede, and then of course it was 3 quick-fire goals second half. Do you think it was, the players' confidence was maybe sort of taking a bit of knock, especially after last week's result?
Yeah, that's human nature. When you've been on the receiving end of a scoreline like last week, especially in this, it's a brutal league. I mean, like you look at results elsewhere, and it happens in this division. Obviously, we've had, like I said, a bad space of 7-8 days. Conceding 9 goals is not great in any way, shape or form in 2 matches, especially with the calibre of player we got at the club. But now we've got to obviously get ourselves back united together. We've shown that when we're back against the wall, we've come up with answers in the past, and I've got no doubt we'll come up with answers again. It just seems like the horizon might be slightly different at the moment. We might have to rejig and look at where we're at and what we're doing, and then go from there. But obviously, in terms of the players in the dressing room, they're hurting. They know they're better than this, and we will. Like I say, I've got no doubt we will see a reaction from them over the next couple of weeks, but we need that reaction sooner rather than later now.
Absolutely, and it's been a whirlwind 48 hours to the club, bringing in Frankie Artis, who I thought, especially in the first half, looked like a really solid signing, and 211 supporters, especially on Student Day today. How important is it to sort of capture the small positives that we can take from today, going into a tough test at Wimborne next week?
Definitely, we're obviously disappointed as a side that we haven't given a better impression of ourselves, but we know that this club, if nothing else, is resilient, so we'll always look to take positives out of any situation. I mean, we always have done over the years, and we will do moving forward. And as you said with Frankie, what a player. There's no doubt he's going to bring a lot to this football club over the next few weeks and months, and the players around him, especially the younger players, should, like in Goz's case, learn off of these players, because we're lucky to have them at this club. We seem to be able to attract these type of players, and they're here for good footballing reasons, and we need to make sure that we make the most of that, because obviously we're probably, in terms of club, we're not at the level or the size that should be attracting those type of players, but we do. We set our stall out to make this club like what it is. So whilst we got them, let's enjoy them. And I think over the next couple of weeks you'll see Frankie come on more so, because he's on a standing start at the moment, in terms of he hasn't played this season, and you've seen his class, as you said, probably more so evident in the first half, but that was as a side. We were he was still one of those in the last sort of 5-10 minutes of this game, still making challenges, still trying to drive the team on, still trying to give out good information, so that shows he's a proper bloke. So I just hope that goes through the team in other players that could obviously add to their game if they put a bit of that type of spirit and mentality into theirs.
Lee, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.